and the McGregor clan themselves. Also on board we do have Sheila. Now Sheila will be around the vessel if you do wish any teas or coffees. So just as we leave the pier here, I am obliged to give you a quick safety announcement. On top of the cabin roof, either side of me here, we do have two self-inflating life rafts, and these life rafts are capable of carrying up to 95 persons, so I'm sure there'll be plenty of room in there for the four of us. Also underneath the seats in the lower saloon, we do have life jackets for everyone on board. We do also have safety notices dotted around the vessel. If you do have any questions, any queries, please don't hesitate to ask either Sheila or myself. And in the case of an emergency, just keep a close eye on Sheila and myself as we on the flag for the first two to jump off. So folks, Sheila will be coming around shortly to offer you your complimentary whiskey coffee, and I would take full advantage of this, as there's not much in Scotland you do in fact get free. Side of Loch Lomond. He was of stocky Highland build, broad in the shoulder with inordinately long arms. It is said that he could tie his kilt garters, traditionally tied 2 inches below his knee, without stooping low. Now he's remembered today not just through the romantic portrait painted of him by Sir Walter Scott in his novel Rob Roy, but partly because in those lawless times he in effect challenged the British government, which in spite of all the resources of the British Army were unable to bring him in. So I'll leave you in peace, folks, as we sail across over to the eastern shores. I know I did tell you earlier that it would be very bumpy, but the wind has considerably dropped and it should be quite a pleasant trip for us this afternoon. It looks like the sun might even come through the skies. So I'll leave you in peace, and if you do have any questions, please don't be afraid to ask either Sheila or myself. Gamekeeper. He lives over there with no home comforts. He has no hot water, no electricity, no TV, no Jeremy Kyle, and unfortunately no wife. But never mind, he does live there, and he has quite a nice job. He looks after the wildlife on the surrounding hills. On the hills around us we do have red deer, roe deer and fallow deer. We do also see sheep and wild mountain goats. The gameskeeper also looks after the fish in the water. In the water beneath us we do have salmon, sea trout, brown trout, and we do also have pike, perch and eels.
The largest fish ever caught was recorded and weighed in at a massive 46 pounds in weight. So I'll tell you a little bit more about the McGregors, and the McGregors were on the eastern shores as I mentioned earlier. Now the McGregor clan claimed to be the descendant from the earliest race of Scottish kings, and the clan motto reads, "Royal is my race." But the problems probably started when King Robert the Bruce granted many of the McGregor lands to the Campbells in the earlier part of the 14th century. In those days it was natural for the king to reward those who helped him, and it was not unusual for the reward to be made at the expense of a totally innocent party, as was the case with the McGregors. In order to exert control over the new lands, the Campbells started to force out the McGregors, leaving them little choice but to become outlaws and capital raiders, sheltering in the highlands surrounding them. They became known as the Children of the Mist, living in the rugged lands and hills around Inversnaid and Loch, which is just over that hill to the right hand side of us. And his trusty pal. To the left of that letter C is a small opening. It does lead to a rather expansive cave inside. Now Rob stayed there for a few weeks while running from the Duke, but then decided that in fact it's not the best place to be. There's a few bears in there. Unfortunately though, that does bring us to the end of the story. Folks, the Lochs and Blames people, this is unfortunately your last sail across back to your hotel. And I do hope you have enjoyed yourself here, as I said earlier. Now just as we come in here, if I do ask if people can just stay where they are or hold on to one of the railings, and either Sheila or myself will let you know